even 5 meters.
You see that little guy for East Hamilton? He used to be the scrum half in Chattanooga. No, the coach. He was a scrum half for Chattanooga Men's Club. He'll make a fool out of you quick. I mean, a big guy will come, he'll just jump, and they'll go by, and as soon as their butt just barely passed, the ball would almost skim across their butt, passing it out. Because when they come at him, he'd dodge one, and then the ball was gone. 3 people would be on him, 1 on the ground. You got 11 more guys out there. You've already took 4 of their men out of play. He was good at that. Doug was a great rugby player.
Out of bounds.
You're right. Your call's right. Get field position by kicking it out. Anybody can kick it. Whew, that could have easily been blocked.
One thing Bubba can do, he can punt.
Bubba has came a long way. He has really made me proud of his heart he's given this game.
He started kicking for football this year. Yeah, he was like, oh, what is this?
Y'all got the ball out of the ruck. It's good fighting for the ball in the ruck.
That's probably one of the best things about us.
Yeah, Tudor, he's came a significant way. I had him his freshman year.
Yeah, he did. I think
very good, very good. Did he not wrap up?
It was a little high.
That's just both teams playing aggressive. That's good on both sides. As a coach, I can live with that. That's one of the things that my team and parents used to get mad at me. I said, well, I said, both teams are playing hard. I said, I'll live with that versus one team laying down. Yeah, he's giving him a warning. Oh, that's a lot of running if you got that many, because there's something that ain't sinking.
No, that was just the beginning of the game today. Our next game isn't until April.
Yeah.
I think that was first.
Tell you what, they've run me death this year because I was trying to get Polk County's team up, help them with this one, help them with UTC. I'll be glad when the season's done.
A good place to go, or maybe UTC. Maybe Meigs County. I'm not sure how well
if we can get Meigs County start coming to Athens and play, and get enough of them, like 8 or 9 boys from Meigs County, then they'll flourish with the team. That's the thing. It happened at Polk County's. I had 2 Polk County boys up here playing. Yes. Support him. Boy, Chattanooga ain't supporting it all. McMinn's going the ball good. Take him in touch, Tribe. Take him in touch. Don't battle for the ball. Let them have it. Take them in touch. Good pass, was a little behind. Forward. One thing to start learning now, guys, learn your signals from the serve. So when you're out there and you're looking, you know what it is, and you know how to react. If it's a forward pass, you don't have the ball, you know that you need to get set on offense. It's a big thing that I have to beat in heads is learn the referee signals.
I've come some with it. I know knock on forward pass. That scrum down.
Oh. Support him. No support. Tribe. God, don't stand there, Tribe. Get set or ruck over. They get him in touch. Yeah, that's the idea. Don't worry about tackling a man that close. Take him in touch, get possession of the line out.
That was Bryce again.
That's the
one Ian was telling you about.
That's the smart play. I tell them, if you're inside that 5 meter broke line, take him in touch and get the line out. Don't try to take him down because he's going to cut up on you.
Why aren't they stupid?
No support, the ball's traveling too far back on the passes. You may want to. It'll buzz.
Yeah, the buzz will go off. They said the problem.
Yeah, that's the problem. They buzz when they.
That's been going. Buzzer goes off. They still got like 5 minutes left.
No, that was my mistake.
Yeah. All right. Coach?
Yes.
Hell of a team, man.
Oh, I'm tickled at both of them. They're learning from their mistakes. That's the greatest part about it.
This doesn't go on league standings.
I don't know if it goes on league for either one of us. If it does, it does. But there's so much each team gains out of this game. It's unreal.
I was just wondering because we're a JV team this year. At least I did. It's not actually part of the league. Spread out, Trump! They're bunching up.
Both teams are. If either team will get out wide and somebody will pass the ball, they're going to burn the other one alive.
We've been switching people around positions. We just run out of people.
We're having to switch around and really find where their best place is still.
We have Tudor at 8-man right now. That's new for him.
Yeah. But that's good because Tudor, he deserves to get a chance to play a job that much responsibility.
Yeah.
He's dedicated a lot of his time to this.
See, he thought about quitting last year, so he wasn't too dedicated to it last year. And he never really came to practice or anything. But this year, he's been doing better.
There you go. I want to hear them grunts. Oh, boy, he's holding that ball bad. There you go, son. Talk to him. You know what the deal is. Somebody's got to gain possession of the ball and let the back line get set. Ball's live. They're going to wire that man out. Oh, he's cutting up on top of all the defense. Get out away from him. Offense better get defense match. Defense match. There you go. That's exactly right. There you go. Use their man for an obstruction.
I was like, I'm going to say obstruction, but then I realized, oh wait, that was our play.
Support's not there on offense at all. Defense is slow. They're offsides. The offense ain't even set at all. Defense is bunched up, not getting wide. No support for the offense.
It was a well-earned try, though.
That right there is good rugby, gentlemen. Both teams are giving it everything they've got. McMinn's playing harder than Chattanooga because they're grunting when they're hitting. They're wanting to hurt somebody. That's good rugby. I turned them in. That feels like playing on concrete. Yeah, that'll get y'all hurt.
They were near our goal line every single tackle. After I rucked,
That's where it gets old, is you ruck and tackle both.
oh my God, somebody get up here.
That used to piss me off so much I couldn't see straight. I'm rucking and we lose a ball and I get up and tackle. Why are we losing the ruck? It's me or one other guy, and me and him are doing the tackling too. And the wings are back there. Come with the ball so I can run. Get up here and hit somebody. They get within 10 meters, everybody rucks. Because if you're within 10 meters and you're a winger, the ball's not going to get out to you. If you're within 10 meters of scoring, or they're within 10 meters of scoring, they're going to hammer. Everybody come in. Your fullback will shift, your outside center, and your two wings will float. Everybody else goes up on top of the ball.
Usually if you're within the 22, it's a forwards game.
That's exactly right, young sir. Too late for the pass. Way too late. Ball's live. Get it, Tribe.
Stay in! The backs were doing it.
Yeah, it was live. He saw it come out and poached it good.
Wrap up! Come on.
When you're going to get took into touch, it's the only time I allow it. You got the ball right here, you're going to take you in touch. Get rid of it. You increase the odds of retaining it. It's the only time I allow passes behind the back. If you know you're going out, keep it in, and your chances of keeping the ball are a lot better because you're throwing it backwards towards your support.
Last game I had against Central, it was, yeah, but we had one go out. It was play like jumped up in the air, out of bounds, and threw it back in.
Yeah,
It was beautiful. I was like, oh.
that's good rugby right there when they do that.
Can you do that in football? Coach Cody was probably, this isn't rugby! It's probably not.
My scrum half's finally doing what I taught him to do. I eat him alive in practice getting to him. And then about the third practice, I couldn't even get my hands on him before he got rid of the ball. Then when he was on defense, he was taking me down quick. He'd reach in and put his hand on the ball and move the ball and then look. When he put his hand on that ball and moved, that ball was live. Boom! I'd waylay him.
You practice with him?
Yeah, I let him hit me. You're right, young sir. You can't overcommit.
They make mistakes. Shouldn't you make? You're allowed to drop kick on conversion, right?
You're allowed to drop kick at any time in the game.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. That probably would have been a better option when Bubba was out, but Coach was like,
Now, if I'm up by 50 points and we actually happen to score and it is centered up, I make them drop kick. If I'm up by 50 points, I make them go to the side and touch it down. But if we take it and it just happens to get forced in the middle and it's straight ahead kick, you ain't getting a tee, son. You're going to practice drop kicking. If a guy gets it on a drop kick, he's earned it. That's the way I said. If you drop kick a ball and it goes through, you've worked hard to get your drop kick down, or you got real lucky, but you earned it.
I can drop kick straight. I can't turn it or anything. That was close, though.
I got out here one year and they were aggravating me. I played around the ball and I got on about the 27-yard line. That's why I don't drop kick. It went right through. He said, you hit it? I said, yeah. If somebody's old and fat as me, I shouldn't be doing better than y'all. But I'd done it for years in Europe. Forward pass, knock on. If you get cold, boy, put that jacket on so you got on them shorts and stuff.
No, I have stuff.
All right.
I don't know where I left it. I think it's on the sidelines over there, so I'll go get it at halftime.
Both teams are manned up, looking good. This outside center is a little bit flat. See him?
Nick, back up. Get Steve.
There you go. Talk to him. Wrap up and take him down. He's playing 7-style rugby. That's what happens in 7-style and 15s. You outrun your support.
He's used to being one of the fastest guys, so he tries to outrun everybody.
And that's where it hurts in 15s. You go from one side of the field, you're by yourself. And in 7s, you all shift together. There's a big wave going down the field.
Yeah. I only ran the ball 3 times Saturday, and the first time I did, I got away from my support, and Coach got on to me. I was
Yes.
like, I ran straight the next two possessions I had it, and I scored on both of them. Coach was like, that's why you ran straight, man. I was like, yeah. Yeah, you forget sometimes, especially with forwards, you're just like, I want to score. Because we were within 22, and I was like, I want it.
That's what Tyler did. Tyler got the caucus beans.
Tyler calls me, yeah.
Did y'all see what I was talking about, the inside and outside center were almost flat?
Yeah.
I'll show you something when we get halftime that'll get to offense. The defense will see a play coming out of them for doing that. You're giving away a play.
You're getting the ball.
Yeah, it's our roll in.
Get flat!
All right, yeah, there you go. Look at your winger.
Get that, Jalen!
Way too late on it. Get in there, both teams in ruck for a ball. They're both standing there looking around.
Playing on the ground? Or diving in?
And that was a smart play on my guy's side because he let his men get back to him before he passed the ball forward. Okay, you got a fly half right there. You got an inside center right here. You got an outside center who's flat. Then you got a winger out here. When you take off on a play, and me and you, the centers, are even, you're going to skip me. If we're lined up straight, I don't have that 2 or 3 step on you. I'm going to pause, and you're going to go. He's going to shoot it straight across my stomach to you, and defense will pick that up. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, because if you see that inside and outside center flat, that means that inside center is going to let that outside center run, and the ball's going to go right across him, and outside will cut in, and turn around and dump it off. So you watch, and if they're not steep, that can be a play. If they run it once and it works, they'll run it a second time on you. If you kill it the first time, they may try the second time.
I watched a lot of professional rugby on TV here recently because we got it like a free,
Yeah.
free thing, so I was like, okay.
Tackle that man. You're getting rid of the ball too late, Tribe.
Our scrum half's bad about not getting in the
See, look at all your offense over there on one side, the defense. They were all on the far side, lined up in a blob. That really hurts them because an offense will move it. Oh, my 13 turned his back. He'll pay for that. Ah, if he ain't, he'll live. That's rugby. That's good rugby.
Yeah. I'm just... If I'm feeling too bad, like, if I'm feeling like I can't do the best to my capabilities for my team, I ask to turn off the field.
Cut it up, let go of it, get rid of it, get it back inside the field. Little high, guys. Let's get them tackles down. Get wide, get the ball out, quit waiting. Get it out now. What's it got, man? I found my playbook from Europe about 2 months ago, and that was one of the things I was trying to remember of how that backline set up on offense. It was always a telltale sign when the inside and outside's lined up. It's going to come right across. They're going to cross, but you don't know if he's going to dummy it, if he's going to pass it, or if he's going to actually throw it completely back over here to the fly half.
Did you live over there in Europe?
Yeah, I lived in Europe. I was stationed there in the Army and tried out for the Frankfurt Americans rugby team and made it. And then whenever I had a game, I got off for free because there was 7 soldiers on my post and we played for the All-American rugby team. We traveled around Europe and played rugby. And our commander of the post, we went to him and he said, "You make me look good. Whenever you need time off, if they don't give you time off, you come to my office, I'll sign your pass for 2 weeks. If you need 3 days and it makes to me, you got 2 weeks off." And then when they have big meetings, he got to brag. "Oh, I got all these guys playing rugby because we get killed, but if you got hurt in the Army, couldn't work, you still got paid." That's what the good thing about it is. If you get a chance to go overseas in the military and play, you get hurt and miss work, you still get paid. That's our scrum half again, I think. No. Yeah, he's good. His daddy played in Chattanooga with us. That's what a lot is going to happen now is you got Chattanooga players. Our kids are playing like mine, and they've been around rugby since they were 5 years old versus y'all for 2 or 3 years at the most.
Yeah. That's what I say, oh man.
My son could throw a rugby ball right before he could throw a football right.
I still can't throw a football correctly. I'm like, I've never been a good passer in anything. Baseball, football.
In rugby, I take ace bandage and tie it around your right arm and keep it like this to where you have to learn to throw with your left hand by itself. So if you're ever doing one of these numbers, you actually know how to get the ball out with one hand. We're going to have some clinics this year in Chattanooga, and as always, they'll be open to every high school around to come to.
If I ever hear stuff, I try to go. But
Oh, I'll be putting it up on the. I'll put things up from UTC on the Tribe Facebook page, so y'all will know and Billings will know. And I'll tell you, an evil ball player, Childress. He was a flanker for Knoxville. He'll take somebody out quick. He may be a little bit old now, but he was quick and volatile as a flanker.
yeah, he used to wrestle, I think, in high school. Or I don't know if he did in college or anything. But
He'll tell you about playing 4 games on Saturday and 3 games on Sunday. That's what hurts.
I thought you were gone.
Did you say he was going to Prop Head International? He's going to Prop Head International, the Air Force. That's Prop Heads, yeah. You get to call the Army's pukes, the Marines are jar heads, Navies are squids, and the Air Force because propellers are prop heads. And I get to talk about you like you're a dog because you're in the Air Force, but if somebody's not ever been in the military and they even say something bad about the Navy, we've never been in it, we get to kill them.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you want to talk bad about the Navy, and you won't even go into Boy Scouts or the Salvation Army? Let's go kill him, then we'll go back and have a feud and fight each other some more.
Yeah, I like listening to people talk about, oh, the Air Force, that's the Air Force. And I'm like, you're in what range? None of them?
You get issued like green wool mittens or green wool gloves in the Army, and they're inserts you put inside your black leather work gloves.
Yeah.
And when it gets down below about 32 degrees, you wear those. Okay? At any time, when somebody's in uniform, if they do this in the Army, they do push-ups. That's Air Force gloves. The Army can't put their hands in their pockets. The Air Force can. They'll be standing there in their work uniforms like this, keeping their hands warm. If we ain't got our gloves, tough.
That's your fault.
Yeah, that's your fault. You should have got them. We issued them. They're yours. If they got a hole in them, we'll issue you some more. But that's Air Force gloves right there. And when you get to doing PT of a morning, you're going to Blackland in Texas in the cold mornings in your PT gear. If you ever warmed your hands by sticking them down right here,
Oh, yeah, that's why I do football.
you'll see everybody in the world doing it in the military. You're out there and it's 30 degrees and the wind's blowing about 20 miles an hour. God, it's freezing. Come down there and you go. Get them warm.
Yeah, football at night,
Yeah.
when you're not on the field, that's how you are. You're up there like that.
Yeah, if you're not a lineman, you'll get cold.
Yeah. Or you got them up in your shoulder pad.
Mm-hmm.
Shoulder pad and then
But if it's half, y'all ain't kicking. Pull it up.
You need to keep up when you get out of your, because Army and Air Force basic, Navy, Marines is boot. When you get out of your basic and through your A school and get permanent party, you need to keep up with UTC on our Facebook page.
with the rugby.
Yeah, and wherever you're at, anywhere in the world, I've still got friends in the Air Force in Europe and in England, and we find a rugby team there. I'll send them a message referring you to them,
Yeah.
and that I coached you and one veteran to another, and you'll get a better shot at getting to go on the team than.
So you can still play rugby whenever you're in.
That's where I played semi-pro. So when I got knocked out and got my nose broken, couldn't go to work, it was paid for. Yeah, your commanding officers like rugby players. You make them look good. That's what I was telling these guys. I got off work whenever I needed to go to another country and play a rugby game.
Well, shoot, that'd be the first thing I do when I get stationed somewhere, then try and find a rugby team.
If you have a chance to go to Europe, you go. Because they still love it. Hopefully you'll get sent to England. I've got a friend who once played football. He's a big brother in high school. And I know Tim. I think Tim's a 7 now. He's 7. And he's ordnance. If you get around to England, I'll have him get in touch with you. He's got a Harley and he rides all over England.
That'd be awesome.
And you can buy Harleys through the military. You don't pay sales tax on them. You get them at a reduced cost.
Really?
Oh yeah, because it's an American-made vehicle and you're overseas. It's like when I bought mine when I was, y'all never seen, I never rode my Harley to practice.
Nah, it's in the Jeep before, but that was it.
I bought a Harley for $21,000. And after I got all my discounts, because in the military overseas, I only paid $16,800 for it.
Gosh.
I saved over $4,000. And there's nothing like riding a motorcycle through Europe, seeing castles on a motorcycle.
That'd be wild.
If you get to Europe, you want to get a car, somebody who's leaving will sell you a car.
For cheap, that won't take it.
Oh, dude, yeah. A car that got bought 5 years ago, somebody might have paid $2,500. He drove it for a year and a half. He sold it for 22. He drove it for 9-10 months. He sold it for 18. Of course, 3 or 4 years, the car ain't been drove 30,000 miles. You may end up $500.
Yeah.
Because you can't take it back. It's a European vehicle, and you're getting ready to leave in about 3 months. You say, "You want this car when I leave?" Yeah. $500 and I'll hold it, you can have it. And then about a month before you're ready to leave, you sell him the car, and then whenever you go out and bend your elbow, he's your chauffeur. Now, I'm telling you, JC, when they play rugby over there, the losing team buys a beer and they get hammered after the game and sing rugby songs
I
together.
can't complain about that.
That's where I was just like, God, I'm about to die. Give me some goody powders and tap that damn keg real quick because I gotta have something I'm hurting. Lord, your nose is broken. You're shitting me. I had no idea it was broken.
I can't do a thing right.
I had no idea. Why you think I'm about to die over here eating goody powders? Oh, it's 1,800 ibuprofen.
You gotta keep up with them over there too. They'll make you look bad real quick out there.
Oh, they will.
Bergeron left Monday or Tuesday, I think.
What did he finally decide to do? What branch of service?
Army.
Is he going into infantry? Do you know?
He told me he was going to try and be a ranger, but then it got changed, so I don't know what would happen exactly.
Johnny, and I hate to say it because he's got the heart and the instinct, he'll never pass it because of his injuries.
Yeah.
He'll be lucky if they let him through the physical process. But JC, I weighed 210, 15 pounds when I was over there, and I was light infantry assigned to him as a man that blew stuff up. And when Donovan will be up here with y'all practicing, and last year during season, he wore my game shorts I wore when I was in Europe. I weighed 210, 215 pounds and had a waist that small. I carried 95 pounds on my back all the time. And Johnny, you know, his shoulder, it'll just, over time, he'll be miserable. Yeah, and it'll get so bad that they'll give him a discharge. But if he stays out of that, he can have a full career. It's about time Tribe started running and supporting.
Yeah,
But I went through Ranger indoctrination program. It's 3 weeks. I slept about 9 hours a week. I hurt so bad I lost 19 pounds in there.
Indoctrination?
It's Ranger indoctrination program. It's RIP school. And I lost 19 pounds in those 3 weeks. And my feet looked like hamburger meat from blisters. And I was just miserable. They said, well, you can go to Ranger school when we get a slot for you. I'm like, I don't know if I want to go. This is killing me.
Yeah.
I've proved to myself I can get in, and I'm happy with that. I'm not going to go through this the next 20 years. I just want to jump out of the planes. I'll go to airborne unit.
The pararescue, they got that indoctrination course, and it looks tough too.
Oh, it's miserable because
they do that swimming and crap.
PJs work hand in hand with a Ranger battalion.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of PJs that go through Ranger school, and a lot of Rangers get to go to pararescue school. So they can, if the PJ goes down,
they can take their
yeah,
call.
and then if the PJ knows what tactics the Rangers are doing and how to do it with them, and if the Ranger beside of him gets killed, he can take over and do his job with his. Because you have to pack your rucks a certain way, and the reason is, if we're out doing something, I've got to have 5 ropes, and the rucks are laying there. I reach in the same place on every ruck, and I know where everything's. So in the dark, I just grab the ropes and tie them together, and that's what they make us do. And yeah, you learn quickly how to disassemble a weapon in the dark. They blindfold you. It's not that hard, but it ain't easy learning. How many push-ups can you do right now?
I did, what did I do today? 57 in a minute.
Okay, you can probably get counted for about, you'll probably get counted for about 40 of them. They'll say some of them's wrong. How many sit-ups you doing?
I think I did 55.
Yeah, probably get about 40 of those. But pararescue is harder on the Air Force because their physical fitness standards are not as high as the Army. And it's harder on those guys, and that's why a lot of people like me in the Army, when we see the PJs, we respect them more. They've had to do twice as much training on their own to be at the same.
Because they're not trained like
Yeah,
that.
we do this PT, and they are used to doing this level of PT. Then they go out on their own to where they can do the same more than us. And that's where you realize that guy's got the heart and dedication. You count on him. And see, I was a guy that went out. I talked to the Air Force on the radio. I talked to the Navy on the radio. Tanks, artillery, mortars, and I found targets and blew them up. I blew up some tanks in Iraq.
That'd be awesome.
And I was like a medic. And nobody bothered me. Everybody here, and nobody bothered me. Oh, that's our medic and our FO. About 10 grunts that come up there at him. Oh, you ain't hurting him. He gets hurt. We got nobody to blow up the enemy when you start getting killed.
Yeah. The pararescue, I think the hardest part, as far as qualifying, would be the swimming part. Because you got to be able, you have to swim a certain amount underwater or something like that, and swim a certain amount over a certain time.
They won't show the part on TV how they do it, but in Special Forces has their own dive school. It's separate than SEAL dive school.
Yeah.
What they do is they drown you.
They do what?
They drown you. They can't show it on television. They take you down and they hold you underwater till you quit kicking and moving and you drown. Then they take you to the top and revive you. Okay, you've already drowned once. Right. You've already drowned once. And you know...
I guess you know your true limits then.
You do, and you know the symptoms when you're fixing to go.
Yeah.
You know what's going to happen. If I'm feeling this, I've got to hurry up and get out of this situation. I'm about to drown.
Yeah.
And that's when you take your knife and you cut your tanks off. Or you grab your tanks and wrap your legs and arms around them and breathe through them. But that's what they do. It's in somewhere around the Keys in Florida, but they drowned SF in their dive school. Guys, get up there and support that man so he can hand it off. Don't make him throw it. He's too close to be pitching it.
Yeah.
You know the deal. And there it went.
They get excited down there.
Yep, and see, it got turned over. That's what happens when you pass that close quarters. Get it out, get it out. Oh, threw and didn't look. That ball needs kicked quick, don't it? He's behind that 22. He needs to get that ball and kick it out.
Is this all these kids' first year playing?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
It's all. There's one of them whose dad played with me in Chattanooga. He's a scrum half.
So he's kind of got an idea then.
Yeah. But it's kind of like when I done with Donovan. I put him at scrum half because he knows the game.
Yeah.
But are you supposed to score as a scrum half?
I don't really think so.
You can't.
You're the one getting the ball out. I mean,
You're never supposed to score. You're supposed to get out to everybody else. So you take your best player and put him at scrum half, and you can't use your best player to score. That's what is so bad about rugby.
I always tell people that rugby, everybody scores, just who's in the right spot at the right time when you get down there, really.
I told, and some parents, they understood it. That's a way to chase him down, is a scrum half and a hooker. If they score on you, your defense is horrible. And you know that for a fact, JC. If you can score and a hooker scores, you're going to run after the game. Oh. Well, I can live that on either team being offside. Just staying on the ball. At least you ain't back there. I'm afraid to hit. I don't want to run.
There's nothing that aggravates me more when somebody's scared to hit. It just.
And that's the same thing. Is the only person who shouldn't be up there trying to get it is you as the scrum half. You need to be waiting on somebody else to support them.
I know that was my favorite part, was hitting somebody. I love that.
Yeah. See, we lied on Donovan's paperwork. Donovan still got screws in his shoulder.
Does he?
Yeah. He played 2 years of rugby with screws in his shoulder.
I tell him all my physical or all my stuff about my leg. It took forever with the military. And then
I'd broke mine, had a steel rod and screws put in it, but they got pulled out. But almost like you, it's a mile of paperwork. I know the feeling.
Ridiculous. I had to go to 3 different hospitals to get the paperwork.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell them about my wrist because it happened a long time ago.
That's exactly right.
I was like, I'm not telling them because I knew it'd be even longer.
Lost a ball, no support. Way to be on it, Tribe.
That guy's pretty good right there.
Pull them out. Dude,
They beat Maryville's beat team last week or something like that. I think it was like 41 to 15.
y'all did?
Yeah, the
Good.
team did. It was
Good.
35-0 until probably about 10 minutes left.
Did you see where South Pool's 17th in the nation, high school rugby?
I knew they were up there. That's crazy.
And the thing that I like is last year I was able to get Lance so mad at his team he couldn't see straight. Oh, he didn't kick it out.
We played them pretty good last year until second half. I don't know what happened there. They just started getting away from us, I guess.
But I got within in the 10-meter line I got the 10-meter line 3 times on him and I just couldn't get in. And he was so mad he couldn't see straight. And I don't blame him. When a beginning team is playing your A side and they're getting that close to scoring, yeah.
Oh, he should have ran to the middle. That's just somebody that doesn't know what to do, really.
He'll be doing my push-ups. You promise your coach to do the push-ups and dying cockroach on that one.
Golly.
Because it's not 50 to nothing. You send her up.
That's just somebody that doesn't really.
Yeah, it's beginning team.
Yeah. They don't think about it.
Now there's 3 of my Polk County boys playing for them, and one of them played for me last year. And you can tell, you can pick him out when he gets the ball. You can pick out he's played rugby before.
Yeah.
When he runs, he holds it there.
Yeah, he's ready to pass it.
And when he's a winger, if when he does this, he's doing this, and he goes straight down. He don't even want to hit a prop. I said, you're right, you don't want to hit a prop. You get somebody like Tonka or my big redhead I had last year, Big Cat, they'll pay you back when they get to catch you. Big Cat he's supposed to be playing for Chattanooga next fall. If he goes to UTC, he'll be playing for me. I've got 7 guys from Nashville playing high school.
Yeah, you told me about that from.
They got them high school championship rings on.
Where was it from? You told?
They're from Ravenwood.
Yeah, Ravenwood.
And when they got out there practicing, JC is like, yes.
These are the people I needed.
I'm going to turn some heads this year because I got some experienced rugby players.
And they can teach everybody else too.
That's what they've already done. It's been, I've got experienced player, never played, experienced, never, and they're talking. And my ones that have never played now look like they played high school for 10. Like, fuck yes. They don't like the way I do PT for some reason. I ain't figured that out yet.
They'll enjoy it once they start playing a game. Then you
Yeah.
good thing I did this.
See that kid go down and get up? Boy, we've been preaching that. Oh, there you go. No support. Poach that ball on them. Oh, man.
So Ravenwood won the state in the cup then, right?
Yeah. So he's won the top of the list.
And then who won it in the bowl? It was the Overton team. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Oh, I didn't get to play in it. I was so mad. He's quick.
There he
To
goes.
the middle. Oh.
But see, before we ever played y'all, our first game last year, we played 4 games in one day in Nashville,
Dang.
and I popped their cherry hard for them. It was this cold,
You got to. It's all about getting experience. When you first
raining, and the wind blowing, and when they come up here, they already played 4 games. They lost 3 and won a game, and they understood the fundamentals.
Yeah.
And everybody said, "You got beat." I said, "I took a 3-year program, or I played a 3-year program. It's number 2 in the state, and a beginning team. It's 12-5 at halftime, and 27-5 in the game." I said, "You think I feel bad?"
Yeah.
I said, "It should have been about 100-0.
Yeah. I was mad that game.
Oh yeah.
We didn't play good.
In my last game, we played y'all at home.
Oh, up in Knoxville.
No, when we played y'all down
Oh
here,
yeah, I didn't get to play in that one.
we
I turned in a bunch of fake doctor's notes.
Yeah,
to get,
we
so
knew
I
about
could go
that.
prom. I was like, dang.
And I'm like, me and Rooker's like, why the fuck did he get caught? He's rugby. He's one of ours. He knows. You do it where you don't get caught. If you do, then you deny everything to the end.
I did. They called the doctor's office and asked.
Oh, you done it right. You stuck to your guns.
And then they called my mom and asked her, like, yeah, JC turned in fake doctor. She's like, I know. She's like, I'm the one that signed him. And they didn't know what to say to that. But I was mad because they said that I couldn't play. I'm like, it's not a school sport. How can they tell me I can't play?
See, now that's where I get pissed off too. They don't want to claim us and give us money as a school sport. Do they want to enforce
Yeah, but they
restrictions
punish
on
us.
us? Yeah, that's where I get just belligerent with the school board. Fucking school board hates me because I don't play that well. I said, you start handing me
No, the
$2,000 or
school board's all about
$3,000.
you sucking up to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, you hand me $2,000 or $3,000 a year and you furnish this stuff, then you can tell me.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was so mad about. My mom was pissed that game because we only started at Burroughs and I couldn't play or something. Everybody was mad. Like, they don't want to help us out. Why we got to listen to their rules?
In that game, it was funny because Donovan, he said, we got up there. He said, Gil got the ball one time, rolled in. He was sitting there like this.
Yeah, because he didn't.
He said, I could tell he was nervous. He didn't know what to do, and I got to use it against him. I said, that's rugby.
Yeah.
My fly half knew how to play scrum half. My inside center could play it, and my hooker could play
Well,
it.
they never really had to play it, so they just, I don't know, they never
See, that's,
prepared for that, I guess.
that's why I switched so many people around.
In the state championship, Bergeron played it because Gil's leg was hurt still. That was the worst thing ever. When that doctor told me it was broke, I took a piss. I put my shirt over my head and started crying.
Oh, that's normal. That's
I was
the
like,
love of the
God.
game.
I was like, senior
Touch it,
year,
down, kick it.
senior state championship.
Yeah, that's what hurts. But that game, who was it? Ian down here I was talking.
Yeah.
He said, y'all got in our head quick, and we had to play your game. I said, that's how I was able to do what I done the last game down there.
Yeah.
But I told him too, if you go back and look at my games I played all the way up to, I played y'all the last game. I played 7 games one way, and I played my 8th game completely different.
Yeah.
I done a pick and go the whole game. The whole game we practiced pick and go, and we run for 2 weeks getting ready for it.
Oh, for that last game?
Yeah, against y'all, we ran and got in shape for a pick and go for 50 minutes. We wanted 50 minutes of pick and go. And that's all we done. Because when you get wide in a pick and go, he's going.
Yeah.
And I told us that's all. I said, we can't pass on him. When we went to the state championship or the SMAC championship, y'all got the ball out quick. You took advantage of our slow people, and it worked.
Yeah, that's what we had to do against y'all. Y'all had the big guys, and we had to get it away from them. And we knew if we kept the pace fast, then we'd do better too. Cause
yes, that was one thing that we worked on so much too. Is Donovan, when he had the ball in a ruck, is wait and let your back line get set. Slow the game down to our speed. That's it. Let them take a break, slow it down, and keep our game. God, they lost it.
What? What are you doing?
that scrum half we got this year, he's a freshman. He's pretty good, I think. To be a freshman, he's got a good understanding of the game.
It's helping a lot with y'all being in your 4th year.
Yeah.
There's been kids that got to see it.
Yeah, there's kids that can.
They've seen the games, they've understood it, they've got on YouTube, and they've understood the basic fundamentals, which y'all come out here. How do you hold a rugby ball to throw it, coach?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like it's frustrating. You're like, I got to teach this again this year. That's how it was that second year. I was like, God, we got to go through the basics again. And then the third year, we didn't really have to. We had enough experienced players that everybody else just kind of caught on. But
that's what's so good about this program right now is the experience is paying off so much.
What's helping a lot is they got a whole B team now. I mean, past years, a little bit of A teams had to play the B team.
You had to
This
feel
year
it.
it's all B team. And then we had a 7th and 8th grade team. Well, 7th, they play 7s. They played Maryville the other day up there. They got it handed to them. They played 15s, and I swear.
12s. Yeah,
12,
Ian told me, you take a 7s team, make them play 12s, you can't do that.
Well, no, they didn't know how to ruck like that.
That's it.
They would take one person into a ruck because, I mean, that's what they've been doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's all a 7s team knows.
And I swear those kids weren't no middle schoolers. They were huge. I don't know if that's just Maryville having some big kids up there, but
First shot. Nothing like the first try.
Y'all needed that score bad.
those kids are hard. Or were just huge.
When we played y'all in the SMAC championship, our fly half had a broke hand. Our fullback had 5 stitches in his head and 2 cracked ribs. Big Cat had a concussion. 8-man had a concussion.
Yeah.
And Donovan had walked around school for a whole week with his arm tied up like this.
Before the game?
The whole week from that Friday in Charleston up there, he walked around school with his arm tied back like this because the pins were hurting his arm so bad he couldn't straighten it out. We got through with that game up there, and I left, had taken the emergency room and have x-rays took to see if the pins were bent.
Yeah. That just sounds like it hurts. Pins being bent that are inside of it.
Did you ever see the scar on his shoulder?
Yeah.
That's where the pins were still at, and they were trying to, he could feel them in there. He still don't have the range of motion in it he should. But that's when I told people, I said, if you don't think this group of kids made a showing to people and to themselves on what they can do, I said, for a rugby player, and you know, you want to play, but as a scrum half, you got a hand messed up, you can't pass the ball. You've got to get out. You have to set the game out. I had 17 players the whole season.
Yeah, he made it the second time.
If he didn't, go ahead and leave it up there because these kids need some points. Get them motivated, come back. Golly bum! McMinn's not doing one thing that you would do and we done last year. And it hurts today bad.
Do what?
They're not doing one thing that you would do and we would do last year. When you get in a rut and you're going to lose it, grab their jersey and pull them over.
So Arbuthnot was always good about it. He'd get in there and yank them through.
I remember I had one big Will from Polk County. He said, is that legal? I said, yeah. He said, why ain't they got jerseys that fit tight like they do? I said, why don't you come off about $1,000?
Yeah, really, exactly.
I'll order them tonight.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we didn't have them our first year. We didn't have no money, and then we started to get money, and we found
You know, when we come
No,
up
we didn't get them till our third year, now I think about it.
we had National Guard on our shirts. They gave me $2,000.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I get it every year because they sponsor the Olympic team. and I had their recruiter. My strong side winger was the recruiter's son, 8th grader.
Really?
I had an 8th grader that scored and played all last season as a starter. And but the guard always sponsors rugby, and nobody had ever put in for it. And then Rooker being disabled vet and me being disabled vet,
Yeah, they definitely wanted to.
they said they've got it as long as they want it. If they go to another team, that team gets it. And they done a special.
What's Rooker doing now?
He's having a hell of a lot of problems with his back.
I'd say so.
I mean, bad problems. And the way they've done the government, I've not got my disability check in 3 months. I don't know if he's got his, but his back's been messed up so bad. The spurs are getting so bad he can't hardly stand up at times.
Oh, I knew he was having problems there for a while.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that just don't go away.
No. Yeah, that was obstruction. Big time.
I think that's my favorite star right there.
Oh yeah,
I love
Randall.
playing with him. He knows the most, it seems to me. Yeah, and I realized it after I said that.
But I mean, he'll come. You know better than me.
Yeah.
You've been out here 2 years. I've watched you last year. You can jump in that rut now. Get them back 10.
Yeah.
That's the thing I liked. Is he'd come up and he'd talk to you and explain what was wrong.
Well, the first year we had the team, he was lenient about it.
Yeah.
But then after that, he's like, you played before, I know, you know what to do.
That's why everybody liked him. The players respect him. If you didn't know what happened, you could ask him. He'd explain
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I tell you one
And
person.
he's not just some little high school star either. He's up there doing the college and everything. Isn't he?
Oh, he goes above college. He does big tournaments all over the southeastern United States. Yeah, he's wanted bad. If fuel wasn't so high, he won't take the money. He makes you put it in the club program. His son, at 8 years old, plays like he's about 30 years old.
Where does he play at?
He don't play for a team, but he gets out there and does stuff with him. And when we have those, we had a thing in Chattanooga, a clinic, and his son was down there with us because I was having to do a lot of political stuff for UTC at that.
That's the difference between a good team and a not so good team out here. It's not really they got more athletes. It's all about which team understands what's going on.
That's
right
yeah.
here. I mean, it's not really that team's better. It's just that team's played longer and they got more experience.
Yeah.
Like the teams that play up in the cup level, they've all played probably 4 years. They've all got experience.
A lot of my boys from Nashville played middle school rugby.
Yeah,
There's my prop. That's my prop. Look at that.
fast.
Yes.
Yeah, middle school. That's the reason those teams over in Middle Tennessee are so much advanced than us, because they've had middle school rugby for a while over there.
I want that on video because I've told them over and over that's what you're supposed to do. See this? He helped a guy get up, and I said, you better help somebody. Yeah.
As a fellow prop, I feel proud for him. But
He's the first
as their
person.
teammate, I'm like, what y'all doing?
Yeah, because when a prop outruns you,
Yeah,
something's hurting.
Yeah.
And you say, well, which position? You say, from the prop's back's hurting.
Yeah.
No good. And I told him in Chattanooga, when I was going over stuff from the clinic, I said, this is a gentleman's sport, but you pick him up, you cheap shot a guy by accident, you go tell him you're sorry, make sure he's okay. If you don't, and you do it again, I said, trust me, he's going to pay you back, and me as your coach, you cheap shot him twice, I hope he knocks your teeth out to pay you back.
They got plenty of chances to pay you back in rugby. It's not.
Yeah. And I said, you help any man up, no
Fight
matter.
as hard as you can, but you're a gentleman after you're done.
And I said, when you get up 50-0, I catch you centering up, you'll run for me after the game. You don't center up. And like I told them, and I told these, if you happen to center up because you just try in the middle, then I make the kick or drop kick for points. If I score on you in the center of the field, I'm up 50-0, and I drop kick, I'm doing everything I can to be a gentleman about scoring. And you're just kind of like, damn, we fucking suck. Guys, we're going to get killed at practice Monday. Coach going to kill us.
Or should at least.
Mm-hmm. You knew me and Rooker would.
Yeah.
But you guys could play so well. Good stop. Good hit.
He gets in there.
That's a good hit.
Wow.
The thing that's making me so aggravated was the tribe boys on the field, because it's all them. They've not realized that's the strong side on Chattanooga. They're always taking it away from me and you to score.
Yeah.
They need to start moving some men around. The outside and inside centers need to be talking with a winger. Fullback needs to be coming up and killing somebody.
Did they beat Powell Saturday? I saw them playing, but I wasn't for sure.
I don't know if they did. I know they done some good scoring.
Oh yeah, I saw them scoring.
I was stuck in Wisconsin Saturday with work. I finally got into Chattanooga Sunday at lunch. I had to go back to Atlanta for a meeting and come home, and then I got to leave out Saturday to, I think I got to fly out to Oklahoma City.
This Saturday?
Yeah, and I'll be gone for a week out there.
I was gonna have to go to Lee University Saturday for they're having a, I guess it's a baseball game for the veterans or something. I don't know. We were gonna have to go out there and do some stuff with the Air Force, but it got canceled because of the rain or something.
What are you doing a week from this Saturday, the day before Easter?
I don't guess anything.
I told Billings, but be sure and remind him I told Ian. You know where we played at Charleston?
Yeah.
Before you get to school, I mean right before you get to school, you turn to the left before you get to the fire hall.
Yeah.
There's a park down there.
Oh, I've seen, yeah,
Okay, Polk County Rugby started doing it as a thank you to the city. We hide their Easter eggs for the kids. And now, he didn't look when he threw it. And we're going to hide Easter eggs again for them this year. And regardless of Polk County doing it, it's going to be, the Polk County boys are going to wear my jerseys. Chattanooga boys are going to be there. I want McMinn County to come down there, and Chattanooga Men's Club and UTC. And then we're going to have a little clinic afterwards. But it's going to be, that'll be an annual event that the local rugby clubs get together and hide the Easter eggs for the kids.
and people will know it. You'll start to.
There you go, brother. You know the deal.
It's growing so much. I think it's crazy. That's what I was telling folks. Like, there's a team in Chattanooga now. I was like, that's why I was like, until 3 years ago, there wasn't a team south of Knoxville.
But that football coach at Polk County, he's going to hear it from me, and they're all going to hear it after.
That's
Donovan graduates in May, so I get to lay hell on him because I won't have any more kids in school.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be the son of a bitch that I can be.
I honestly think that if Coach would have told me that, I think I'd end up playing rugby anyways. Which Cagle won't say that anyways because he played at Tech in college.
I think he understands his rugby players are more physically fit.
He does.
And they're just tougher and harder men.
He played rugby, so he saw that and he understands that. I could tell the difference whenever I came back and played my junior year in football. I could just tell the difference. I was more aggressive.
Yeah.
All around, better shape. Way better shape, of course. And then, I was more aggressive.
I told one assistant football coach, he made a remark, I said, I can't fucking help it if in the history of Polk County we ain't never won anything in our first year we come in second.
Yeah.
I said, it ain't my fault if these boys are better rugby athletes than they are football. I said, probably because I don't hold them back. I just kill them, boys. Go. I said, and one thing too, I said, you play politics in football.
Yep. You
can't play that in rugby. If you get the ball, I had the star fullback at Polk County quit on me. He said, Coach, where's my blockers? You ain't got none. Big cat hit him, busted his mouth, knocked his mouthpiece out. He quit. He said it's too rough. And the rest
I'm not going to lie, whenever Billings first said something to me about it that first year, he said something. I kept telling him I didn't know if I was going to play or not. Because I was like, tell you what, I can take some licks up there in football or rugby. That really hurt. But he talked me into it, and I told him, I was like, I'm so glad you did, because
it's a life-changing sport to me.
Yeah.
You appreciate so many more levels.
Way more than I did football. It's just, so I told people, like, would you like better rugby or football? I'm like, rugby? I'm like, you get out there, it's non-stop adrenaline the whole game. Like football, you get out there, like, I'm going to tear this guy up next play. And by the time the play comes around, like, well, I'm not really that mad anymore. I'm not really that pumped up anymore.
That's it. The running Tudor to death, bless his heart.
Yeah.
You guys' hooker for East Hampton, he binds like really high, like on the shoulders.
That's the way you do at college and men's level. Yeah, we've taught him to bind a different way, and it's easier for him to keep his knees up higher. They done it. I've been waiting on it. I was one of the first coaches to go to hookers that weighed less than 160 pounds. You got two props holding up a hooker that weighs 30 pounds less than them all game.
They're going to enjoy it.
They're just like, God. And it's like, when Donovan would come in for Jacob, they'd be like, oh, God, thank God. You're 60 pounds lighter.
That's what they
I
always.
don't like propping.
That's what they always say about me whenever they'd pick me up in the line out.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, I love picking you up like I just toss you up in there. Like,
That's it.
no struggle at all.
Go down and let them set up, guys. There you go. Ah, as a whole, you picked out a. Wow.
I was scared right there. That's what it was.
Yeah.
You cannot play in this game.
You're exactly right, JC. You got to be willing to know that you can get knocked out and broke in half every play of every game.
That guy's gonna take you down. You still go in there like you can get through him.
Yeah, you're not a bitch.
No. Because then you're really gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
That's what they've always taught me in football. You tense up, you're gonna get hurt a lot worse than you would if you were just going there and hit him.
Yeah. Me and Rook used it
Give the
here,
hit, you don't take the hit.
and we used it poke cast. You stand there and let me pull a concrete bag back 10 foot and swing it and it hits you. But you let me pull it back and swing it and you meet it when it gets level, you'll knock the bag backwards.
Yeah. It's still gonna hurt, but
It's not going
like a pansy.
right, and it's not going to hurt half as bad.
No. Have you watched Maryville play or anybody like that? I haven't really.
I haven't this year.
I won't get to either because they don't play until April. I don't know if Farragut, Maryville, or any guy. I know South Doyle was.
Farragut, I don't think is going to be as good as they were.
All I really had last year was those big foreign kids.
Game.
All their props.